In this video, I'm going to be discussing the technical differences between different placements on your serve. I was asked in the forums at essentialtennis.com recently about pronation and the differences between a wide serve and a serve that's down the middle. And the person who asked this question was asking, do you still pronate when you go out wide? And I'm left-handed, so I'm going to be showing this example on the ad side. And basically he was saying, why me as a left-handed player, why would I pronate? Why would I rotate my palm out towards the left if I want the ball to go towards the right? Shouldn't I actually supinate and turn the racket the opposite direction if I want the ball to go to the right, since I'm left-handed? And the short answer to that is no, you should pronate on every serve. And I want to do a demonstration here and show you guys why, and show you guys exactly how this works. And we're going to be comparing a wide serve to a middle serve. Now here's the middle serve that I'll show you guys first of all. Pretty much as middle as you can get. If I back that up a little bit, you guys will see the ball hit square on the line. So that's a middle serve. And from the same camera angle, here is a wide serve. Same deal, right on the outside of the line, out wide. And it's important for me to let you guys know that I use the exact same grip for both of these serves. And I use the same type of serve. I use a spin serve, kind of half and half between top spin and slice, which is what I typically use for a second serve. Now, we're going to go ahead and go through both of them and compare several different parts of the swing. The trophy pose, the racket drop, contact point, pronation, and follow through. We're going to be really thorough here, and we're going to go side by side. Now this is the wide serve right here, and I'm going to pause it in the middle of the trophy pose here. Then I'll go back to the middle serve, stop in the same spot. Now I'm standing in a slightly different spot on the courts. You'll see between these two. On the wide serve, I'm a couple inches more to the right. But if I toggle back and forth between the two, this is the wide serve, this is the middle serve, you guys can see that I'm in virtually identical positions. So I've set my body up the same way. Again, this is the wide serve, this is the middle serve. I've loaded my body the same way. My toss is in pretty much the same spot, and everything's looking extremely similar between the two. Now I'm going to go down to the racket drop. Now on the wide serve, which is this frame right here, you'll see that my toss is actually a little bit farther to my right, but not much. If we drew a line from the ball straight down to my body, the line would hit a little bit to the right of my elbow, maybe around the middle of my forearm. Here's the middle serve. If we drew a straight line down from the ball, it would hit just a tiny bit to the right of my elbow. Now, this could honestly just be a difference from serve to serve. I don't toss exactly the same way every time, nor does anybody. There's going to be small differences. This could be a technique difference between the two serves. But if it is, it's a very small one. Guys will also notice that here's the middle serve. On the wide serve, my back is arched a little bit more. I'm tilted a little bit more towards the right, and that's probably because of that toss placement a little bit farther to the right. It's probably about an inch or two farther to the right, but very, very similar between the two. You guys will also notice that on the middle serve, look at the angle of my strings right here. They're facing a little bit more towards the court, more towards my target. Whereas on the wide serve, I've angled my strings a little bit more, and they're facing a bit more towards the wall on the side to my right. There's the middle serve. Okay, now we're going to go on up towards contact, and this is where the big difference lies. And I don't have the best view of this for the middle serve, but you guys can see that on the wide serve, I got a frame right at contact, and my strings are angled to the right. They're angled towards that wide target, towards where I'm actually trying to hit the ball. Now on the middle serve, unfortunately, I didn't quite get a frame right at contact. This is a little bit before contact. This is a little bit after contact. And so you guys can see here, just after contact, I've already started to pronate to the left. My palm and my strings are facing a little bit to the left. And this is just before contact. My strings are still facing a little bit to the right. So contact is happening right in between these frames. I went through all of my middle serves and didn't get one where the ball was right on the strings. I need some fancy camera equipment like the guys at Fuzzy Yellow Balls, which I don't have right now, unfortunately. But if we did have a frame right at contact, we would see the strings facing directly at the target, which is down the middle. And this is as opposed to my strings here at contact facing to the right, because that's where my target is. Now, we're going to go out a couple more frames and notice how I've pronated. My palm is now facing straight to the left. My strings are facing straight to the left. Even though this is the wide serve and the ball is going to hit the far right sideline, I still pronate. Same deal on the middle serve. Virtually identical positions between the two, both in my strings and with my body. And moving forwards to the follow through, we'll see that my chest, my body is facing towards my target in each one. It's a small difference, but you guys can see here that I'm pointing my body towards my target, which was that wide serve. And here's the middle one. And again, my body is pointing, my weight is transferring towards my target. Here's the wide serve, and here's the middle serve. And my weight is going in the direction of my target. Okay, now I'm going to bring up a side view. These are the exact same serves, just for comparison here. This is the wide serve, and I'm going to go on up to my trophy pose position, which is right here. And here's the middle serve. You guys will have to take my word for it, but these are the exact same serves. I had two cameras going here. So here's the middle serve, here's the wide serve. Virtually identical. Exact same position with my body. I'm a little bit off here. Okay. Now moving up to the racket drop. Again, virtually identical. This is the wide serve, and remember I told you guys that I was leaning a little more to the right on my wide serve. We could see that. Here's the middle one. I'm a little more upright. Here's the wide serve. My bounce is a little bit back. Honestly, I think my toss is just a little bit off on that wide serve. Now going up towards contact, I got a really good frame from the side of each. This is the middle serve. You guys see how my strings are parallel to the baseline, facing right towards my target. Here's the wide serve. Notice the difference in the angle of the strings. Middle serve and wide serve. A couple frames forwards, here's the pronation. This is the wide serve, facing towards the camera with the racket strings. And here's the middle serve. Again, almost identical between the two. My palm facing towards the camera on each. And then the follow through. This is the middle serve. Notice my weight going right down the middle of the court. And here's the wide serve. And my weight is transferring a little bit more towards my right. If I go back and forth, you guys can see the difference. Middle serve and wide serve. Middle serve, wide serve. So hopefully that clears up some confusion for some of you guys. You should pronate regardless of your target and regardless of if you're hitting a flat serve or a spin serve. The difference is the angle of the racket strings and also the direction that you're transferring your body weight and your balance as you make contact. Basically 95% of all of the technique here is exactly the same. The difference is when exactly that pronation occurs. If you want to hit down the middle and you're left-handed like me here, you want to hold and not pronate. You want to time the timing of your pronation a little differently than if you want to hit wide. And so for myself as a left-handed player, when I want to hit wide, I want to wait to pronate a little bit longer so that when I make contact, my strings are facing a little more to the right, and that's going to create that angle to go out wide. If I want to hit down the middle, I'll pronate a little bit sooner or time the swing and in my pronation a little bit earlier so that my strings are facing forwards right down the center of the courts if I'm aiming down the middle. That's the big difference between a wide serve and a middle serve. Stop by Essential Tennis today to take advantage of features such as video instruction covering technique and strategy, a weekly audio podcast with over 100 archived episodes, a written instructional blog, WTA and ATP Tour News blogs, and a members forum where Ian and other certified tennis professionals answer questions. Best of all, it's all free. Check it out today.